The Biden campaign is panicking. Their campaign manager has just in effect announced that they're giving up on Florida and Pennsylvania. In this video, we're going to take a look at what Biden's campaign manager admitted, and we're going to look at the latest voting data coming out of Florida and Pennsylvania and find out precisely why the Biden campaign is beginning to implode. You are not going to want to miss this. Greetings, everyone. Dr. Steve here with you, ready to bring you the latest episode celebrating the inevitable collapse of left-wing globalism and the unstoppable rise of a new conservative age. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. We'd love to have you as a regular part of this channel, where each and every day, particularly today, we focus on optimism and encouragement in the midst of all the defeatist fake news nonsense spewed out by our mainstream media. A quick programming note: I'll be giving you live updates throughout the night tonight on the state of the vote. I'll give you a sense of what I'm looking for throughout the night in terms of strategy of how to read the states and the data that's coming in. So make sure to tune in for regular updates all throughout the evening. Smack that bell and subscribe button so you get the updates notification there. We'll give you quick 5-minute updates on where we are in the vote tallies and help you assess the returns. Also, before we begin, make sure to click on that link below and head on over to our sponsor, our wonderful friends over at My Patriot Food Supplies. We saw with the whole pandemic insanity, we cannot wait for an emergency to happen before we respond to one. And no one out there makes preparing for an emergency more ridiculously easy and affordable than our good friends over at My Patriot Supply. Gang, they're simply the best. Their food kits last up to 25 years in storage. They include breakfast, lunches, and dinners. And best of all, they've got a guaranteed policy just for you. It's going to absolutely knock your socks off. And if you act now, you can save $100 off a full 4-week emergency food supply when you click on that link below to my special website. Maybe Biden fans are going to need a 4-year supply, right? So don't wait. I've got my food supply. Make sure you get yours. Click on that link below or go to preparewithsteve.com and save $100 off your very own 4-week emergency food supply today. All right, gang, let's dive right in here. The big day. This is our first official update of Election Day. First and foremost, the voter turnout is insane. One person put it this way: this is not 2016 level turnout. This is Brexit level turnout. And amen to that. And it's looking more and more like we're going to be seeing the same results as June 23rd, 2016, when more Brits came out to vote to leave the European Union that had ever voted for any political party in Britain's history. And we're already seeing the Biden campaign begin to panic. Look at this from the Gateway Pundit. Biden's campaign manager, Jen O'Malley Dillon, is publicly claiming that Joe Biden can still win, and this is key, without Florida and Pennsylvania. She said, quote, "We continue to have multiple pathways to 270 electoral votes, and we can win that even without Pennsylvania and Florida." Now, that was supposed to reassure her Democrat voters. That was supposed to be reassuring. She went on to say, "We come into Election Day in our battleground states ahead by 8 points. Obviously, each state is different. Florida is a coin toss, without a doubt." Florida's a coin toss. We came into the election with an 8-point lead among battleground states, but the key state among those battlegrounds has turned into a coin toss in a matter of hours. Now, obviously, she's lying, okay, and she knows it. Look at this headline from the British Daily Mail. This was just days ago, last week. Joe Biden's campaign manager warns Donald Trump can still win the election and cautions against complacency because numbers favoring the Democrat are what? Inflated. Remember those 8 points? This is referring to a memo that was circulated among Biden's camp from this campaign manager admitting that Trump was surging, that the poll numbers that were being pushed by the mainstream Marxist media for Biden were emphatically not accurate. Remember those 8 points? They were inflated. You know, I find that term inflated interesting. I prefer deceptive, right? There's no way around that. The polls that have been pushed thus far are utterly deceptive, and they intend to deceive, most likely to discourage Republican voters from showing up on Election Day today. But it was pretty clear that Biden's team was already beginning to freak out as of last week. And they were freaking out because these fraudulent, inflated polls We're getting laughed at by the voting totals coming in from the early voting that were showing a huge Republican turnout. And that's why Politico reported that Democrat operatives were indeed beginning to panic as they were seeing Republicans take the lead in Michigan and overwhelmingly in Texas, as well as witnessing an absolute implosion in the youth vote. And now they're looking at the vote tallies from Florida, and they frankly could not be worse for the Democrats. Here's the big news coming out of Florida. In every single county, even Democrat counties, the Republicans are outpacing their 2016 vote tallies. Trump is beating Biden in terms of 2016 vote levels in every single county in Florida, all 67 counties. And as a result, as of early this afternoon, the Republican lead, including mail-in ballots and early voting, hit a lead of over 138,000 votes, which is over 5,000 more votes than the Republicans won the state by in 2016. In 2016, Trump won Florida with 133,000 votes. The Republicans, as of early this afternoon, have bettered that by over 5,000 votes as of just a couple of hours back. We surpassed 138,000 vote lead. And at this rate, the Republicans are poised to lead Florida with over 300,000 votes by the end of the day. And then the real fun begins when we watch how many Democrat and independent voters voted for Trump. We're most likely looking at a win in Florida by around 5 points. Now, if you want a sense of just how much the Republicans are killing it here, look at this map, okay? This is Florida as of just today, all right? This is just the election day turnout. Now, are you noticing something here? There are 67 Florida counties. Take a look at how many are currently blue. There's 4. 4 out of 67 counties. And Larry Schweikert notes that when you look at the numbers from inside those counties, one county, Hamilton County, the Democrats were leading only by 14 votes. In another, the Dems led by about 48 votes. Another by just over 1,000 votes. And in Broward County, the Democrat lead is just over 3,000 votes. In other words, we're just 4,400 votes away from having every single county in Florida red as of today. It's absolutely stunning. Now, when we look at Pennsylvania, unfortunately, we don't have the number details in Pennsylvania like we've got in Florida. But obviously, Trump's campaign senior advisor, Steve Cortez, is seeing the same numbers as Biden's campaign advisor. He's publicly stating that the Trump campaign is leading Pennsylvania in an absolute surge throughout the entire state. We know going into the election that in Philadelphia, Biden was running about 10 points behind Hillary's total in the 2016 election. Biden was only getting about 73% of the Philly vote. Trump came into election day supported by 24% of Philadelphians, which is 9 points higher than his numbers in 2016. Biden is basically down 10 points. Trump is up 10 points from 2016 levels. This is Philadelphia again. This is a Democrat machine. As The Last Refuge tweeted out, if President Trump is carrying nearly a quarter of Philadelphia voters, it's over. He'll win Pennsylvania easily, barring voter fraud, of course. And that's why Trump is luring up in virtually every county in Pennsylvania, which looks like he needs to from some of those insane statements by the Attorney General there. But this last-minute panic from the Biden campaign says it all. They're seeing these numbers come in, and it looks like they're beginning to read the writing on the wall. So we'll keep you informed with updates throughout the night. So make sure to check back in on this channel. Make sure to hit that bell and subscribe button so we can get informed. You'll get informed every time I post a new video update. And if you haven't voted, make sure you get out there and vote and be part of this incredibly historic day. It's really amazing. And before you go, make sure to check out my latest video I just uploaded on how entering into Election Day, everything is breaking towards Trump. You are not going to want to miss it. So make sure to click on the link, and I will see you over there, gang. God bless.